SUNDERED Doctrine. This dungeon has been out for a while now, and so now that the strategies have been evolved a little bit more, I think Still of Flawless has become pretty manageable, especially on Warlock and Titan. I'm going to be talking about Warlock now, but if people are interested in Titan, I can make that too. To be honest, the best guide for Hunter right now is to just switch to Warlock Titan, because this is probably the hardest dungeon to solo for Hunters right now. Whereas for Warlocks and Titans, it's really not that bad. So first I'm going to talk about first encounter on Warlock. This is my loadout for first. Honestly, if you're going for solo flawless like your first time, you don't really need Needle Storm. You could go just like Song of Flame. This would make it slightly easier. What you really want with this build is you want Lightning Surge, Feed the Void, and then this stuff. The most important things are just that you have protection, purpose, and the rest of these guys are kind of optional. Honestly, you could even replace one of these with balance and have an easier time getting your abilities back. But with this setup, you need a class item. Now, on the class item, the most important thing is that you have synth stuffs. The other side doesn't really matter. The most important thing that you have is Bastion. And then from armor mods, if you're running double special like me, then you want to have some scouts on and a special ammo finder. Whatever you use right here, this will be like your lighter ad clear. Now I use an eager edge sword in this encounter, but you could use something else if you're not going for speed. So I start the encounter and look at the middle, and I look for what this is going to be. It says Hive something darkness. That's definitely going to be worship in this case. I'm going to talk a little bit about these middle lenses too, because not everyone understands how they work. So this guy, this middle left lens, and it's kind of also mirrored on this side right here, this middle right lens. These guys both are very useful because this lens can go to L1 really quickly if you send it to that lens, and it can go to L2 really easily if you send it to that lens. The same kind of idea working over here. So you see how these two are across from each other. This lens is also very useful because you can send it to R2 really quickly with that lens, or you can send it to R1 fairly quickly. This one does take 2 or 3 lenses, but that's the best you can do R1 in anyways. I call this from R1, that one R2, etc. L1, L2, just the way that I call them out. And so this one would go here, and then you would send this one over to the right and hit that. And then on this one, you would just send this guy straight to there. Now, to kill these subjugators, what you really want is to hit him with any kind of melee and just finish him off. So, right now, we talked about it, the symbol is worship. There it is. So this is the one we're looking for. Gonna hit him with the lightning surge, finish him with Bastion. Place this lens that I got from the other room. We're trying to connect this guy. And this guy's sending right there, so we're already good. And we use this lens. Now we've got them all lined up. And we'll be good. If you're holding on to a lens from a specific subjugator, they will not spawn until you place that lens. And so with this lens thing, to send to L1, you would send using this guy into that lens. So I'll show you how that works real quick. This to there, which then goes into there, through here, into right here. And then you want this guy to go and hit that one. With Bastion, you really want to make sure Saint's Fury is up, the perk on Bastion. And so you don't need to hit a Lightning Surge melee, it can just be a normal melee to get that up. And then I talked about the middle right lens and the middle left lens. The other one that's really useful is this guy, because it can send to L2 and R2 really easily. Every room except for R1 should be doable in 2 lenses. R1 is the only one that requires 3 lenses. I guess next thing I'll be talking about second count. Now it is time to talk about. So for this, you want to be on Arc Warlock, and I'll be showing you why. But here's the aspects. Ionic Sentry is really nice for this setup. Beacons, frequency, discharge, resistance. Ions is an option, but honestly, I don't think you need it. I'd rather just use all of this other stuff. On your artifact, the most important thing that you want for this encounter is just a defibrillating blast. There's no reason not to have particle reconstruction. It'll make your fusion rifle hit better. So, anyways, the setup, most important things: Stormcaller, Delicate Tomb, Jumax. I like to have 2 sets of recuperation because there's not a lot of ways to heal on Arc. So I have recuperation, and then heavy-handed firepower. I would just run, honestly, probably 2 Arc Siphons and maybe a special ammo finder. Now we're going to talk about how you're actually going to run this encounter. What you want to focus on: getting all 3 of these wheels to stop. The first, second, and third. This will be the easiest way to go about this. It's basically when damage is started, you have all 4 Shriekers shooting at you, and so honestly doing a full damage phase is not the safest option. There's an orb right there, so I can use that to heal. I only need 1. Good news. Get that there, and now that I've actually dunked there, it's less likely for that to change on its own. Once you've dunked on a wheel, it won't like spin naturally as much. It's good to place your Ionic Sentry whenever you get it. Then you can heal from bolt charges more often. Every time your bolt charge is ready, you can, do a punch or something. And get a nice little heal. Now we just need this one on stop. I'm gonna send it to commune. And then grab another buff. Put it back to stop. Rotate it back. And then as soon as we get this to kill, I'm gonna move because this is the next wheel getting red. I'm going to jump up here. Now, in a best case scenario, you would have an Ionic Sentry, and you would just kind of throw it down here so that you can get bolt charge during damage. But I don't have that, so I'm just gonna show you the Chaos Reach lineup. You just kind of want to be right here, and that's how you hit all 4. Anyways, this strategy should hopefully only take you 4 Chaos Reaches. Having a survival exotic is also a good choice here. You could even run something like Red Death or Buried Bloodline. Mostly you just need a Geomags and Chaos Reach. Next, we have arrows. Our setup is just going to be Super Simulant. Probably having a Solar Scav on is nice, and then Syntheseps Lightning Surge again. Same as first encounter. I have these 2 rules on, and that's really just about it. Every time you get close to the boss, he will try to suspend you. These doors, don't shoot the inside. The insides don't count. This is good to go. The damage spot, we're just going to chill back here. Pop Transcendence, maybe throw a grenade, and pop super. Not the best damage, but honestly we're gonna do a run on Queen's Breaker since we're already out of ammo. I'm not doing any loadout swaps just for simplicity here. But if you did, you could switch to Surges. You hold Armor Charge by having Special Finisher, like right now. And then right here, while you're waiting, you could just switch to something with Surges. Again, I'm literally losing like 23% just because I don't switch to Surges. And you could also have a Void Weaken grenade. Not a bad idea. You really want to make sure you're hitting headshots. He has a big head crit. If he ever does that, just move back a little bit. And just like that. Honestly, stay on Queen's Break for the entire time. And you don't even need surges for 5 phase. If you have surges, you can maybe even get like a easy 5 phase or 4 phase, but that's that.